Hello, welcome to the Greater Fort Walton Beach Business Forum. I'm Nick Chubb, the 2018 Chairman of the Board of the Greater Fort Walton Beach Chamber, and I'm pleased to have today with me one of our new board members, Heather Ruiz. Heather, tell us a little bit about yourself. We'll get into some of your chamber involvement, and then we can talk about your work projects. I know you're not too busy.
No, not too busy. I'm the Director of Marketing at Destin Commons and just recently joined the Fort Walton Beach Chamber Board. I'm ecstatic to be a part of it. I've been a part of the Fort Walton Chamber for the last 10 years through a variety of different businesses that I've been involved in. So I'm excited to be part of the leadership and see where we can go the next few years.
Well, from my perspective as chair, I'm glad to have you on the board. You've already been a major contributor. Folks might not know this, but we have a lot of committees that we work behind the scenes to get some things done before we even bring it to the board, and you've been instrumental on several of those. So I thank you for that involvement.
Absolutely.
And speaking of involvement, you don't only volunteer on the board of this chamber, you're on several other boards. Maybe tell a little bit more about your community involvement from that regard.
Sure. Destin Commons is a very community-oriented business. We're one of the largest hiring entities in the area and have a huge impact. So we make sure that our staff, as well as the business itself, gives back to our community. So I'm the Vice Chairman on the Maddie Kelly Arts Foundation Board of Directors this year. I also serve on the Tourist Development Council. And through our Coins for a Cause program, we do a lot of volunteering at community events and a variety of opportunities.
So I know that keeps you busy, and I know a couple of the events you have coming up because I will be participating in one of them. So tell our folks out here some of the major events that you've got planned over the next month or two.
Sure. Spring is real busy for us as far as events are concerned. The weather is absolutely beautiful out, so what better time to get outside and enjoy it. So we've got the Kings of the Court 3-on-3 basketball tournament in partnership with the Fort Walton Beach Chamber. Our great sponsors, ZT Motors, and then of course all proceeds benefiting One Hopeful Place and Impact Emerald Coast.
Fabulous.
Yes, we're excited about that. And then in partnership with Cumulus Media in April, the 21st and 22nd, we've got the Outdoor Adventure Expo. So we'll have boats, RVs, and all sorts of different paddle boards, camping, and lifestyle vendors and things there to really showcase all the opportunities in the area to get outside and get active. And then, of course, we'll follow that right up with the Burning Up the Beaches fundraiser with the Arc of the Emerald Coast. We'll host the car show over at Destin Commons on Saturday, May 5th.
Well, I'll be there. So looking forward to that. It was a great time last year.
Definitely.
Let's talk about some of your passions and why you personally get involved in, say, our chamber. And what drives that?
Sure. I've grown up off and on in this area. I've been in residence here for the last 10 years. My father's retired military, so I went to elementary school and high school here as well. So I'm raising my family here, and it's such a wonderful area, and it's hard not to get involved. I'm passionate about helping and bringing up, people that are struggling and a variety of different things, because we're only as strong as a community as our weakest links, if you will. And so it's very important to give back from me personally. And then, of course, Destin Commons, our values and our mission is to continue to do that as well. And
earlier you had mentioned something about Coins for a Cause. Mm-hmm. I'm familiar with it, but maybe a lot of the folks out here are not familiar. Could you go into that?
Absolutely. Coins for a Cause, basically, we've got parking meters in all the interior street parking. And so what we ask is for people to get a front row prime parking spot, to pop some money in there. It also takes debit and credit cards too. But all of those funds go to our Coins for a Cause program, which is a program that donates back to our local community through partnerships with organizations. And since its inception in 2004, we've given away over $1.2 million back into the local community.
That's a lot of dimes and quarters going in
Yes,
there.
it is. Counting them gets interesting.
I bet. And just out of curiosity, how do you decide what charities each time you make those donations? Is it on like a rotation, or
It
do you have a
really-
committee on that?
Yeah, it really depends on, the mission of what the charity is, whether they're looking for capital donations or event support or whatever it may be. Smoke on the Coast, our barbecue festival on July 3rd, is kind of our major giving event where we partner with 18 different nonprofits and donate to them to help us be able to provide this event for the community. So it's a really great platform for them, not only to receive much needed funding, but also get the awareness out about their missions as well.
Anything new and exciting that you want to share with the folks out here about Destin Commons, maybe new arrivals or departures, or some other ideas that you might be working on fundraising down there?
Yeah, we've got a new Italian restaurant coming in called Di Vietto. It's a Italian family. They've got several locations down in South Florida and are looking to come on up here where we know everything's great. So they are hopefully opening probably around Memorial Day weekend. And then we are actually getting ready to completely revamp our playground area too. We've got some new elements that are coming in. One of them is called a Lucky Climber, and it's actually more of an art structure piece. So it's going to be really great, nice updated look and feel, some more seating, better shade, just to make it a little more comfortable out there when it does start to get warmer for the kids to be able to play in.
Very
we
good.
do have some stores and restaurants that are on the books, just can't make the official announcement yet, so definitely stay tuned, and we'll be announcing those soon.
We'll be looking forward to that. And obviously, we've got just exited out of our snowbird season here and into the spring break time right now. And then before we know it, Memorial Day is here, and we're into that peak season. And
Absolutely.
That's got to keep you guys crazy down there.
It does. We're very busy, but we enjoy it. We're going to welcome all the families in for spring break here shortly, and then we'll phase right into summer vacation time, and it'll be Christmas before you know it.
And that's the way things go. Well, Heather, I greatly appreciate, again, all your involvement with our chamber and the other chambers and boards that you're involved with, because it's my personal belief that we need to give back to our communities, and that's what helps make them stronger. So you're a shining example of that.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
grateful for that.
I'm grateful for the opportunity.
All right, very good. And I think with that, we'll be right back with another guest, and stay tuned.